What's up? What's up, family? Hope you had a good week. Going, huh? I don't even remember what trading is. It feels like it's been so long. I'm gonna load up the restream chat. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Wait, what the heck is that? Oh. I don't know it. Good morning. What's up, Brian Helm? How you doing, buddy? There we are. Man, it's being all laggy. Let me kind of exit that out. A second. Should I reopen it? Good, man. Yeah, it was a great weekend. It was like nice to just completely get away. 5:32 times 3 this morning. Beautiful. What's up, Jim? How you doing, man? Good afternoon. Hope everyone had a great weekend as well. Charlie, hopefully you had a great weekend. Come in here, I had to like reset up all my stuff. Like the dogs came in and knocked over my my cameras and my mics. I'm like, dude, this is nuts. So I bought a different kind of mount for my desk so that doesn't happen hopefully anymore. I'm going to remove all drawings here. All right, there we go. Let's try this again. All right. Let's look where we're at on the 1 hour. Actually, before I continue, let me share out my stream a little bit. What's new with everybody? Anything happen over the weekend? Still no word on fiber, so hopefully this pans out today. One more place and I'll go just letting people join up. Need some coffee. All right, there we go. Cool. All right, this is Monday, December 15th. All right, so we got Paul Anthony, good morning. What's up, Brian? What's up, Charlie? Had my work Christmas party. Was that fun? It's my first time here. What's up, Tega, how you doing? Good to see you. Great to have you with us. We go live every day at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let me turn on this music just a touch. There we go. Funny watching people get drunk. Yeah, I just sit back and watch at this point. Good afternoon, Dan Holiday. How you doing, man? Good to see you from Waterford. I remember you, right? Cool. Waterford Lakes, I believe. The lakes. Got a house on the lake. All right, so here's a 1 hour. Let's just mark this up. I'm going to mark this whole green candle because it's kind of small. So I'm just marking the whole thing. It's subjective. Before you get all engineering, analytical, crazy on me, which is great. I'm glad that you're that way. But in trading, you got to be a little subjective, a little bit of intuition. You could be as systematic as you want, but at the end of the day, there's got to be a little subjectivity, right? Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't know, whatever. You don't even have to be smart, apparently. Kevin, joined Premium over the weekend. Hey, welcome aboard, Kevin. Great to have you, man. All right, so here's our current area, right? Obviously, overall bearish, but right now we're looking to maybe push up, right? Because we already came down to this hour block. Actually, didn't really. Came down to the range of it and started pushing up. So, and we have this fair value gap up here. So let me go down to 15 to see if there's anything clear. Not really. Actually, nope. We did have an inverted 15-minute right here with this. That could show signs of bullishness there. I want to say bullish. I want to say come up to here as much as I can. On the 5, if I put this right here. Oops, that's a red. It's a sell block. So here's what we could do. We could do what we normally do, sell until we can't sell anymore. The reason we would sell is there was no break. There was right here. Okay, hold up. But we broke back down here on the 5. So we could sell until we can't sell anymore and then buy until we can't buy anymore. And then I could literally give you the definition of what that means right now. So I'm going to sell out of this block. And if we lose, you got to flip that into a mindset of that's a good thing, because then we're probably buying to here, right? Which means obviously small loss or get out of break even or close to small loss, and then bigger wins, right? You just got to deal with what you got, right? So I'm going to sell out of here. I'm going to look for an entry. And, I'm not even trying to break records, especially due to the fact that there's so much like people trading, live trailing drawdown type situations, like my Apex. Actually, let me log into this Apex one. I don't know. Is that sale still going on? Code Solomon. I think it was like 90% off. I haven't tested it, but I bought a bunch of accounts. Let me see here. Different accounts under different names. This one, a 300K. I'm hoping we get some kind of a push up. What's up, Ty? Tommy, what up, brother? How you doing, man? You trade good today? All right, we worked out this little liquidity zone right here. Sales until tomorrow night. Okay. Yeah, if you trade how we're trading, you should be able to get good payouts. I mean, because we're pretty much following all their rules. The only thing you got to kind of pay attention to is their scaling plan once you go live, right? But it's same day pass, all that. Nice, man. Yeah, they're random, and they make millions every time they do it. So I don't blame them for doing some random sales, They're making a lot of money. But you know what? The more money they make, the more money they have to pay us out, right? So it's kind of a way to do it. It was, let's see, this week. Oh, I think I said it before. Yeah, I destroyed this guy. He was a higher rank than me and beat him by 24 points. He called me a cheater, saying I was sandbagging. And then some 25-year-old was hitting on my wife. So I watched my full team chase him off, and I came over there and then preached the gospel to him. So it was interesting. What time? I just summed it up in 10 seconds. What time did you draw the sell block, the sell red block from? 5. So I'm kind of hoping it pushes into the 5. I mean, look at this nice slow build up here. It could be wrong. And like I said, if we're wrong, then we're right, because we have all this to go up to this 1 hour block. Thanks for asking, by the way, Ty. You know, another thing I've been dealing with all weekend is I had this guy come over to my house door to door. Super nice guy, and I appreciate nice ones, you know, that aren't high pressure. But he got me to switch from my T-Mobile to AT&T. Horrible decision in this location. Horrible for wireless. Oh. So I've been, thank God I only switched one of my lines. But like, I've dealt with it for like 7 hours now trying to switch back. It's so annoying. The only reason I switched is because they sent me 5 iPhone 7 Pro Maxes for free and paid off all my old accounts at $2,500. But I told them, like, money is not the problem here. I need service. And T-Mobile had no problems ever, right? Had 0 problems. I was like, dude, I would pay. Now this sounds obnoxious, but I was like, I would pay $5,000 a month to have the service that I had. Because I'm losing money. Like, I run my businesses on it and stuff like that, you know? It's not dependable. $400 million on e-bills last year. Yeah, I hear they make 50 million to 100 million a month. So it's definitely could be true. Definitely could be true. Who's ready for Christmas? Why does it not feel like Christmas this year to me? Like, I'm trying so hard. We have like a quarter of our Christmas stuff up. We've shopped. Like, nothing feels Christmassy this year. It's just, I don't know what it is. Dude, T-Mobile, I've been all around the nation. I can't believe how good it is now compared to everything else. Verizon, in my area, I had Verizon for like 15 years. I had T-Mobile, or I had AT&T for like 15 years. Verizon, I couldn't even do GPS in my area. So I switched to T-Mobile. It's like amazing. Can't complain. Anyways, into that. Here's my T-Mobile affiliate link. Just kidding. You know the little things I used to do as a teenager to make money? Like, you want to know what I used to do? So when I was like 17, 18, 19, I didn't work for anybody. I went out and I found affiliate programs selling Dish Network. Okay. I had a company called what was that? It was like digital satellite. Whatever. I was reselling used DirecTV equipment on eBay, power seller on eBay at 18. And then I printed out tons of flyers, and I went out myself and tested it, and I went to like 500 mailboxes and dropped it. This is back when you could, and if not, I put in their newspaper thing. And I'd make $200 or $300 every time someone signed up to Dish Network through my link. So I was just doing that. And then I hired teenagers to go and do the same thing for me for $10 an hour or $8 an hour, whatever it was back then. Or moving this up if this breaks this high. I mean, I've always made money. There was a time, like when I was in kindergarten, there was this artist. Not kindergarten, it was probably like 2nd, 3rd grade. Yeah. He was like really good at drawing like Homer Simpson and like all the Simpsons. And he would do that, and I would copy them. I would just copy them and sell them for $0.25 a pop. He let me. So, yeah. I got permission from the second grader to do this. But then I would take all that money, and I don't know if you guys remember, I don't know if you had them, but there's these NFL pencils. It was like, at least they were in my area. Everybody wanted them really bad. They put them in these vending machines. And you would like, I don't know, I'd take all the money from that and I'd invest it. I'd buy out, I'd get there early and buy out all the freaking pencils. And instead of spending a quarter a piece, I would turn those, I'd sell them for $1 to $2 a piece. Dude, I still have some of them pencils. I gotta go find them pencils. That's crazy. But I've always just been like an entrepreneur, you know? Here I go hustling freaking T-Mobile. Heading to Sarasota from Virginia for Christmas. Amen, Kevin. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm down here in Orlando area, I should say. It's not Orlando, but I say that because people understand what I'm talking about. Like, I'm not in the city or anything. It's crazy. But I used to be over on the Gulf, and then I spent a majority of my 20s on the East Coast, like 3 months here, 1 month here, 2 months, like down the coast, and then came back up the Gulf and realized I really loved the Gulf. But then I realized I got too used to the water and it didn't feel like vacation anymore. So now I moved more center. So now I can go to like an hour to Daytona, which I don't really go to, but hour and a half to the Gulf, you know. Yeah, St. Pete, same here. Indian Rocks. I almost got a place in Dunedin too. All right, here we go. If it closes below here, I'm gonna get in. Little risky, actually a lot of risky. Let me actually get it ready. I didn't even do this yet, I was talking. Now this is a 300K Apex eval, so I'm gonna risk a little bit more than I normally would. Don't be like freaking out on me. So 35. This is a B setup for me because I'm going against the direction I want to go. So I'm using like half the. Vero Beach is pretty good, yeah. All right, so I literally, when I say I was in every city, I've stayed in every city on the East Coast for at least a month, trying to feel out each area that I liked. Okay, if this closes, I'm definitely in. Let's see, 3,800. Yeah, it's doable. The problem is if it's staying on this trend right here, I'd like to see it right. Okay, I'll still go for it. All right, we're gonna go for it. I'm gonna pretend that this trend line isn't here. Risky at that, but something to take. No, don't reverse the position. Oh my gosh, I hate that they have a reverse position on there. That's so stupid. You know how many times I accidentally click this? I don't even understand it. Can't even fix this, whatever. All right, cool. Beantown, where is Beantown? I think you're messing with me. Beantown, Florida. The village of Baytown Wharf, seen northwest. I was never a huge Panhandle fan, if that's what you're talking about. I don't know. Destin's all right, but Pennsylvania or Pensacola, not a huge fan. Is that Boston? Okay. Is that like baked beans, Boston baked beans or something, if I recall? Makes sense. I gotta stay away from those areas. All that lobster. Oh my gosh. Allergic like crazy. I need to drink some caffeine. All right, here we go. This one's for Smitty. I'm gonna order a Starbucks. Anybody want a Starbucks? I don't really like the company, so don't be judging me right now. I just need a freaking coffee, so it's either I'm awake or not. That's the way I look at it right now. Shoot me, the first person to message me their address. what you want, I'll shoot you over a Starbucks. Everybody shoots me over the thing. we go. Starbucks on the way. What is the A trade you ultimately want to take? A trade is a 5-minute break structure back up, so above here. So if I look on the 5-minute, it basically came down here, touched this 1 hour block that I marked up at the beginning of the call, and we broke this structure. All right, so lower low, lower high, right here. See how this didn't go higher, lower than this, lower low, and then we broke structure back here. So I wanted to buy because of this, honestly, but because we had this little internal structure here, we just broke that. So we have temporary lower lows potentially, maybe coming back down here deeper into this 1 hour block. So I have a thing where I call it sell till you can't sell anymore, or buy till you can't buy anymore, right? And I put that rule in place. Oh my gosh. All right, I'll get you a latte. Here we go. We're doing it. You think I'm kidding? This is funny. I'm not gonna buy anymore, so don't be giving me. He's like, I'm taking this opportunity, and you're getting a Christmas latte. How about that eggnog one, huh? Let's see. You ain't shy. I like that. Heritage. Arbor. Wake Forest, got it. That is Tyler Franks. Tyler Franks Cream. There we go. Gift. I like that. I like that, man. All right. There's no gate code or anything, right? Ring, door, bell, and say to them, all right, let's push down. What do you like, man? Gingerbread, cinnamon dolce, chestnut, pumpkin spice. Just tell me. Merry Christmas, bro. What do the crowns with numbers mean by people's names in chat? That's a good question. I should probably know that, right? Well, there's also iced caramel brulee. Man, there's just too many of them. Do you want you want iced or hot? You want iced or hot? Might as well get something you like. I feel like I'm a barista. I'm working at Starbucks now. Oh, they talk more. Yeah. Thank you for helping out there. Let me go to my actual YouTube channel. I never do that. I'm the least, I suck at this so bad that actually it's not that I suck. I just don't care. I know I could get a lot more viewers and stuff, but I'm not putting videos. It's not I'm not in a rush to get big. I just don't care. I'm doing just fine. Caramel Dulce. Oh, iced. You want a caramel? Okay. We're gonna do that. Caramel. Where the freak did it go, man? Crap. Now I don't know what you. Now I don't know what you want, man. Dude, I would be the worst Starbucks order person ever on the face of the human planet. I guess it's the only planet there is, right? Maybe. Just a hustler, bro. Nice. Yeah, appreciate it. How do you say? Watch it go back up. How do I just because all right, so one of the biggest tips I can give you, Tega, is if you're worried about it, then you probably are risking too much. Okay. When I put my trade in, I have already lost in my mind. Like already lost. As soon as I put it in the market, it's gone. You know? I'm just gonna do it. So you said iced. Okay, let me try it. Would love to have you, buddy. Cold. Oh, why am I so... Caramel Dolce. Ew. There's not a... I don't see a caramel dolce. I see a cinnamon dolce. 17 degrees. You're welcome. I think I'm pretty good on this, guys. Honestly, like I'm gonna put my take profit right here when it liquidates this. Actually, I'm just gonna grab this. I don't want this to wick up. Nice little quick 3,200 on this account. Not bad, not bad. Wasn't the biggest trade, but again, I'm going against the direction I want. Anybody profit on that? This could very well come down here, no problem, right? I just don't want to. Lately, if you notice, it just goes back and forth. We'll wick out, go back and forth, wick out. You know, already pressed like I'm number 16. Beautiful. What's up, M Sense? How you doing? Cinnamon Dolce. Okay, there we go. Thank you so much. Now, was that cold? Let's see. No, that one's a hot one. We want the cold one. Okay, I swear if they didn't have a... You're getting a venti, bro. I'm not gonna edit anything else. I'm just gonna get the basic stuff, all right? Because I don't want to like. Got to tip him so he doesn't spit in your drink. Let's see here. No foamy saliva, yeah. I don't know. Just want your phone number, dude. I ain't doing that. I'm gonna put my phone number. All right, there we go. Done. I think. Processing order. Boom. Should be there by 142 to 152. There you go. All right, we did it. We did it. If that low gets taken, I'm looking for longs. Which, this low or this low? This is exactly why I got out. You see this? It's been doing this nonsense where it'll come all the way down and it won't even take the freaking low. And you're sitting there like, what the freaking crap, dude? And you watch it go all the way back. You know? All right, let me catch up on you guys. Mango, if that logo's taken, looking for longs, yeah. Those crowns with numbers. I think number 1 fan and number 3 fan, yeah. That was awesome. Yeah, good, easy money, man. Up 185. Yes, thank you. Large, basic is great. Doing okay so far, looking to do better. Good, that's awesome, man. No foamy saliva. If that is the schedule for all, is this the schedule for all live sessions? They are all midday and not market open. No, we have. So what I do I do the afternoons for a couple reasons. So I have my coaches. If I look into school, watch this. For my YouTube lives, I go live at 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern. Okay. For my members only, I do 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. That's what I do. And then you have inside of here, you have 7:30 a.m. Let's see. It's like, oh, I'm looking at the wrong calendar. Solid Trading VIP. This is the members only area right here. And you have 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 7:30 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 p.m. Different for different people, right? For Paul Sachs, 10 a.m. Paul Sachs, 10 a.m. That's the members only. Paul Sachs, 10 a.m., 9 a.m., 11:30 a.m., 7:30 a.m. These different classes. Paul Sachs is 8 p.m. that night, Asian session, 11 a.m. So yeah, we do the morning sessions. I taught those. They were literally my students. They paid me a lot of money to learn from me. But I go in the afternoon so it could slow down and I could talk to you guys and it's not like all frantic and you can learn and I could teach you mindset and that kind of stuff. That's why I do it. I used to do morning sessions, but like people would be blowing accounts left and right because they can't handle their mindset, man. They get freak out. They get greed. They get all these issues. And then that's where I come in to kind of like spank them a little bit in a nice way. Sometimes they ask for the code if I give it to you. Yeah. I trade options. Let me check to see if I can afford NQ. Yeah, I don't know. I use MNQ. So on futures, that's a lot. You can do a lot more with it. A lot more micro contracts. Just want the trading. What's up, Bethany? How you doing? How do you like your new notebook thing you got? All right. So now I'm going to move my A+ setups will be above 25,164. But I'm going to also say I'm going to keep selling till it doesn't sell anymore, right? So I'm willing to lose one to gain a lot and come for this liquidity up here and then come up here. So what I think will happen, especially by the end of the day, is this liquidity will all be taken and it'll be back up to here. Awesome, incense. Draw that whole thing actually. Welcome all new members, guys. I go live every day on YouTube here at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, notification bell. We already took one really awesome trade. Looking for another one. I don't expect this to keep selling. Like I'm saying, it's building up some nice liquidity above to be, to trap some sellers. And then I think it's going to smash up to here by afternoon. So if you're one of our members, you could join right now for just $97 per month. And you get me 36 sessions, including with my coaches, who are awesome human beings. Awesome human beings. But you go to SolomonTrading.com. You can join at just $97 per month. At the new year, I might be raising the price, so you can just lock in your spot there. That's not marketing hype. I just got to. All there's to it. Advertising costs are too high. Blah, 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 blah. All right, cool. So you can join at SolomonTrading.com. If you like our style, want to hang out, that's awesome. Do I have a daily profit target? That's a great question. I don't personally. I know a lot of people do. Here's why I don't do that. Well, all right. I'll take that back. I do that if you're on an account that requires a certain like a consistency role. But I also don't do minimum consistency role. Like a lot of people are like, I'm going to do the very minimum that I could make. I don't do that. I try to go for like 1,000, 2,000, like on a 50K if I'm able to, if there's no cap, I'd rather that, because what I found for me, my personality, is by the time I would get to payout, I'm like, I'm not even satisfied with that payout. I'm not satisfied with Now this is going to sound bad. I'm not satisfied with no like $500 to $800 payout. I want $4,000 or $5,000 payout. You know what I mean? Or $3,000 payout. So I used to risk too small. So what I'm trying to say is I'm against it in a way because I think that's kind of trying to say that you can control how much you're going to potentially make in the market. Now, I'm not against it if you have a really strict, and most people can't do this. Most people can't do this. Most people can't get out if they lose. And that's why I have a big issue with the take profit targets, the daily profit targets, because for instance, if you lost a trade, 99% of the people that I talk to, they have a thought in their head and they're like, well, I have to at least get my money back. Right. And that's the number one reason I see people failing their challenges and everything is they get that vibe, like they get in that negative mindset of like, I got to get my money back. I got to get my money back. I got to at least get to where I was. I got to get at least where I was. And then you start like adding contracts and doing stupid things, taking extra trades and saying, screw it, I might as well just start over now because I'm so far in a negative drawdown. I know I'm speaking most of your guys' language because I've been there. So what I'm trying to say is I went all the way around there to like explain this one thing. What I am for is if there's an A+ setup, take it. Okay. So getting more hooked to if the trade is there, like the process versus, oh, I got to hit this target, in my opinion, it's more fluid. It's more like Bruce Lee style, like let water flow. You know what I mean? What's that? What did I used to say? You got to flow like water. Bruce Lee, flow like water. Well, you gotta become like Bruce Lee and flow like water. Like not every day you're gonna even be able to hit your profit target. You're gonna have to force something. You know what I mean? Let's see. Let me just throw this out here. He won't let me, huh? Good old Bruce Lee. Who would ever thunk it would have been for trading? Empty your mind, be formless, shapeless like water. Now you put water in a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water in a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes a teapot. Now water can flow or it could crash. Be water, my friend. You can't force it, right? You need to become like water. So like you have to find that A+ setup, and anytime you see it, you do it. You know? That's my take for the last couple of years anyways now. All right, if it comes back up here, I'll take another stab at it. I don't love the close on this, I'm gonna be honest. I probably shouldn't take this. This is, again, another B setup. You know what? I'm just gonna say I'm not gonna take it. Here's why. If this would have closed solid, like, all right, you see how this closed solid underneath this low? We had a higher high, we had this little internal structure, then it closed solid under here. That made this block right here strong for me to sell from. All right, so when it came back up to it, I was cool, right? Actually, the block was right here. I moved the block down. I was like, what's wrong with this thing? So this close under this low made this block a lot stronger for me. I'm not satisfied with this close. You see this wick under here? That doesn't look like concrete to me. It doesn't look like it. They want to really hold it down. The other thing I notice is if this is just a pullback, they wouldn't want to take this low. They would probably protect these lows right here. And notice how it literally came back down to this block, this buy block. So we're coming out of like a 5-minute buy block, pushing back up with a really weak close below here. So that makes this block, I mean, it's still a block to me, but it's just less strong, right? So I could be a little bit, I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to protect my cap hold today instead of being crazy. Yeah, man, no problem. Thank you, Ty. Appreciate that. I think I'm pretty cool sometimes. I don't really. I mean, whatever. What's cool anymore? I don't know. I think what's cool is just being like honest. There's just so much fluff out there, and like I was so anti YouTube for the longest time because I didn't want to be like a YouTube guru guy ever. Like that's not my intention. Yes, I am very cool. I know, Smitty. Appreciate you. Working really hard to change that. Yeah, Tina. I think that was like the mindset of when you're negative. I went to C school in St. Pete. Okay. I think that's like literally St. Pete, right? South. Like South St. Pete. Am I mistaken? Is that Pinellas? Pinellas. I feel like my music just froze. Oh no. Did my internet die? Am I tripping right now? Oh, I mean, that's working. Okay, we're good, I think. Dude, lately, ever since they dug fiber in my front yard, it screwed up my Spectrum. Never had an issue with Spectrum until they dug fiber. They said it might happen. I don't know. I think it's obviously they're trying to run cable. No, I didn't love Spectrum. I'm not saying I love Spectrum, but I didn't have any issues with it. I can't wait till fiber, though. All right, get ready. Between 142 within the next 10 minutes, Ty. Your drink is there. That's what Maria said, anyways. All right, we're going to go live on our members only. I'm going to get the Zoom link ready for our private members. I'm going to go live at 2 p.m., but I still think this trade could play off. We'll see. Listen to a lot better music on there. What you guys doing? Any traveling or anything for Christmas? You staying home? What are you doing? All right, I'm posting the link for 2 p.m. in all of the areas, Futures Bootcamp. Also, I just started something pretty cool. I think anyways, I've been using Voxer. Spank him. Going to Kentucky, nice. I've been using Voxer, so if you're on the members only, make sure to remind me to give you the private Voxer link because it's really cool. I literally it's a broadcast only channel, and it's allowing me to instantly post to everybody, and everybody seems to be seeing it like almost within a couple minutes. Everybody sees it, so it's like a walkie-talkie app, but I'm using it for a broadcast channel. So make sure to let me know that. And I'm putting out a lot of signals and stuff and talking to you guys on there privately. So that's new for members only. Let's see. Going live at 2 p.m. Eastern here. All right, there we go. But yeah, remind me to give you the link and I'll give it to you on there. Institutional. All right, there you go. Oh, I got to put it in school. There we are. All right, posted it all up, so I don't have to do it then. cool. All right, so let me catch up with you. David Westbury says, I have sort of the same issue. I have AT&T fiber, and they recently started running Google fiber, and my internet has been cutting out ever since. Oh man, it sucks. Fortunately, in my neighborhood, while some people will hate it, I kind of like it in a way. They have an HOA. It's an HOA. I know people hate HOAs, but it has its perks. So like Google isn't allowed to run fiber in my neighborhood for another like 5 years. So I know that it's good to have options, but like I hear those kind of stories all the time. Lifetime special. Yeah, so basically that is you get Solomon Trading VIP. I extended that price out until the end of this, maybe Christmas, but maybe the end of this week. But you get Solomon Trading VIP, which is, you know, my 36 plus live trading sessions per month. My Indicator Pulse X Premium, and also Futures Bootcamp, which is more training in another community, and my school community. I mean, all that for $9.97. So I had it as a Black Friday special, but I've been getting some people trickling in, so that weren't around and stuff like that. So I'm just keeping it up for a little bit more. All right, looks like Tyler, you got your Starbucks. Yeah, I think so too, David. I don't know what they're doing. Kentucky. That's awesome, Bethany. It has to, they have to be, right? I think they are. Guys, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, notification bell. I go live every day at 1 p.m., 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single day, well, Monday through Friday. We have about an 80% or so win rate. Our whole primary goal here is to help you pass prop firm challenges and stay consistent with them. Now, obviously, if you don't use prop firms, you could do your own math in your head and figure out that, you know, if you can trade a prop firm, you can trade a real account, you know. So, yeah, grateful to have you. I think we just cleared 3,000 subscribers. We've been at this for 16 weeks or so, maybe 17 now. I probably should add some YouTube videos and maybe I'll get a lot more subscribers faster, but I just, again, I'm not like chasing it too fast. I'm just like loving this like consistent growth, you know. It's nice. Not like clout chasing or anything, you know. Merry Christmas to all home and unemployed working on trading for cash flow. Let's go, Donnell. Good to have you, buddy. VIP for lifetime. I don't have my monthly. Nope, 97. Yeah, it's just gone. We turn it off and you're good to go. Mission complete. Beautiful. Enjoy that drink, Tyler. I wonder if mine's here. Oh my gosh. I'm like dying. I think Tyler got his before I did. So they're like tired. Current location. I swear if you got yours before mine. I'm gonna go check. I'll be right back. Be right back. Don't leave. All right, she is here. Now mine has 0 sugar. Sorry, Tyler, for the sugar load. What is this? Yeah. Stevia, cinnamon powder. Let's go. Oh. There's not much better than when coffee first hits your mouth in the morning. That's one of God's amazing gifts in life. Ah. I think it's the secret to life, actually, is coffee and sleep and working out. There's a lot of secrets to life, I guess. So technically this is a block, but it's a weak block. So I'm gonna make it really light. I just make things up as I go sometimes. Now, we could take this, again, it's building up liquidity again. I don't like it. It would have to literally, that's the only thing that maybe looks okay-ish. This is only a low because this didn't go higher than here. Actually, I would make it right here. I think it's going to go through. And if it goes through, we're going to be golden for the afternoon. I think. I'm so glad. I bet you that's really good, getting it off a stream. You didn't wake up this morning thinking, hey, I'm going to get a freaking free coffee sent to my house. That's kind of cool. I should do that more often. Patience, Daniel-san. If you've been in like 50 trades already, I don't know what to tell you. I suppose I could have took a buy on this wick. The only other way we could have entered this, we came out of this block. We had this wick out this low. You had a close back above here. We could have potentially taken a buy, but it was just been a little risky. I'd rather just go with the flow today. Buy me a coffee link. Cheers, buddy. Heck yeah, man. I don't blame you. Reverse. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Here's all my money. Just everybody, give me your address. They should have that. You know what? It's probably an easier way to do that. Wonder if there's like, oh, you know what? They have that group order. I'd be like, everybody, click this link and add it all at once, and it bills like $1,700. I need to start a GoFundMe. All right, guys, 7 minutes till we go live. Like I said, I think this is weak. I don't expect this trade to happen. I think we're gonna start buying the rest of the afternoon up to here, this 1 hour block. Again, if you're not a member yet, join up. You'll be able to join for another 2 hours today, and 2 hours tomorrow, 2 hours next day, 2 hours next day, 2 hours next day, on top of this YouTube. So if you like this style of trading and we're in this chill, we go heavy into mindset stuff. So on the members only, we got people asking questions, and we go deep into mindset, and that's really why I like the afternoons, because I can slow down. Sometimes it's kind of slow, but you know what? It teaches you patience. There's nothing better than to teach you patience and discipline in the market. So I think afternoons are great. Asian has been pretty good to me too. I don't go live on Asian, but if you could trade afternoons, you could trade Asians. And a lot of times the best trade of the afternoon is 3:45 to 4 p.m. The end of day. So a lot of times we're just lining up for that to happen by the end of the day, and we're just trying to find the best liquidity area towards that direction. So yeah, I think it's going to shoot up. So I'll leave you guys with this in 5 minutes. I'm going on the members only Zoom link, which I put in the telegrams in school. Okay, guys. If this closes above this red block on the 5 minute, has to be the 5 minute, can't be a wick. Though here it's a little cleaner. If it closes above here, I'm going to be looking for an entry. Now, I don't think I'm going to use a big stop. You could. If you, let's say you had to work, okay? This isn't Instagram worthy. This isn't like, oh no, look at me. Look at my 1 to 27 risk reward. Now, I'm not saying to do this, but like if you had to go back to your job, why wouldn't you do this? It's like picking up a $100 bill off the ground, right? It's like, nah, I don't want to take it because it doesn't look as good. It's most likely going to come up to here, at least the bottom of this block, but most likely here. All right. If it closes above here. So if you had to go to your job or if you're on break or whatever, like, or if you had to run to the bathroom, wink, wink, that's what I would do, right? You don't have to sit there all day. You don't have to get the pinpoint precision best freaking entry, right? Just manage your risk properly. So with that big of a stop, I would just add to my risk. That's it. That's what I would do. So if I was going to risk 200, maybe I'll risk 300 or 400 on that. You know, that's what I would do. Merry Christmas to all. Home and unemployed, working on trading for cash. Best wishes to you. Yeah, man. Best wishes to you guys. All right, we're getting a break, and we'll see what happens in 5 minutes. Hopefully, it doesn't just shoot to the freaking moon now, because you don't want to do it on the 1 because we could just be getting wicked out and then drop. You know, it's just pointless. Mind you, also, this was like a wick down here, so you can even consider this as just one low. So then maybe we got to look at like this high to break, but that's just where we're at. I'm still going to go with this one. 2.5 minutes before close, and then I'll go live on the stream. And then I want to leave you guys with on YouTube here something as well to take. If this closes solid, I would drop down to the 1 minute. I would look, is there a block? Okay, well, here's a block. That's what I call, well, it's not a hidden block because it's not green, but this would be a 1 minute buy block, right? I prefer fair value gaps if there's any, so an inverted preferably. So if this came down and kind of created some kind of a, oh my gosh, stop. Inverted fair value gap like in between here and close back above, I would take that all day. That would be my A+ setup for sure. Targeting this liquidity, and coming up to this block right up here. So that is what I do. That is what I do on a daily basis. That's what pays all the bills. That's what pays a lot of you guys' bills, actually, with prop firms and stuff. And I have some people that jump on here with real money. I don't tell you to trade real money because I legally can't. I'm not a financial advisor. That's just not my thing. I think it's stupid. I know a lot of guys that get in trouble for telling people to go make money. I have to tell you straight up, like, trading's risky, you know. I'm getting a message real quick. All right, we're just waiting, guys. Music ended. Oh my gosh, it's so weird when the music ends around here. Spreads look bad again. Lifetime access. Okay. It'll be by the end of the day. Are you a VIP right now? Are you in 97? All right, it's 2 p.m. Did we get a close? We did not get a close. See that wick? That's not good enough for me yet. That's where patience comes in. Some of you guys got in anyways. You're like, screw it. I'm going to freaking get in. I'm going to do it. I don't want to miss this. Like, that's FOMO. You have to get that whole FOMO no mo mindset, right? You have to get that FOMO no mo. I tried to buy that domain. I had it, and someone freaking grabbed that sucker. FOMO no mo. There's always going to be another trade. So if this pushed up like this, usually they'll push down violently again and leave a fair value gap, and then you enter there. Boom, we have more proof, right? You have to let the market show its hands, okay? All right, guys, I'm going live right now on the Zoom private link. If you're not a member yet, join at solomantrading.com or hit the QR code above here. You can still join right away. Right, if you sign up right there, you'll be able to get access right away. You just go in the community, go into here. You'll see Solomon Trading right here. Go to going live at 2 p.m. Eastern. Hit that Zoom link, okay? I'll see you guys on the live. Thank you so much on YouTube land for hanging out with me for the last hour. Going live for another 2 on the members only. God bless.